that right
Excellent.
there. There she is. Breaking my balls before we even get onto the show. Let's see here. So, what am I wrong?
I was like, wow, you gotta change that color.
Goodness. We didn't get I know.
I was like, I'll never be able to do that.
So, I had two scripts for tonight, and unfortunately, we didn't have enough time. I was making a drink to decide which one. But this one is a breakdown of the whole year.
Oh, some of the fun things we did.
Yeah, so just kind of like it doesn't. It's just little, just it gives us little hints about each episode.
Yeah.
I know some of them were good, some of them were really good, some of them were like maybe we'll skip this one.
Yeah.
But anyways, everybody, welcome to Tango Talks, and it's actually awesome to say it's our season finale.
Yeah.
For our first season we've completed.
I know.
We're just gonna kind of like recap the year and
be our normal selves.
Yeah, that's
talk.
I'm gonna slide my chair over a little bit.
I know. I was gonna say I feel like I'm sitting on your lap tonight.
There we go.
There.
Yeah,
That's
I remounted
good.
my microphone back up on there again.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it didn't look like it was so close to the computer screen when you were moving it around. So
yeah,
like
because I want to be able to use this, on Tuesdays and Thursdays when I'm home.
Yeah.
To be out here in my native environment, which is the bar.
Yeah. Yep. To actually work from your.
Right. And but we got this new computer, and well, it's not new. We bought out that printing company.
Yep.
Now we've got extra equipment, so it's nice to have a nice big monitor. Unfortunately, I have to pop back and forth between our guests, and we have two people tonight. We have Raziel and we have Karen. What did I say? Quadrado? K Quadrado? Got a big monitor and I still can't read on for it. I hate this font. I can't stand this font on here. But anyways, so we're going to go through some of our episodes from the year, and hopefully we remember
some things that we
it would have been nice. Again, there's just never enough time. I was thinking about putting this together, getting ready. It would have been nice to go through the whole year and pull out clips.
Oh,
you know what I mean? 'Cause
yeah.
I know there was a couple times in there where we just couldn't stop laughing. And even Steven was like, "You guys laugh too much." It's like, well, it's our personality. All it takes is one of us to say one stupid thing or do something stupid.
I know.
Oh, you notice I moved that freaking thing.
Yeah.
The on-air sign, so I'm not freaking hitting the back of the head, getting a concussion off that stupid thing. I rerouted my mic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the wire was up there, rerouted my headphones. So we'll see if
So you don't disconnect them. Now don't disconnect my headphones because mine are on the other side.
I talk like an Italian. I can't help myself. So you want
so like when we first started, I think we really didn't have anything scripted. We were just kind of going on a wing and a prayer.
Yeah, I think we just said we just said, well, here's the title for tonight, and then we just kind of
went through it.
Right.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe those things will improve, and maybe they won't. So far we've been doing okay.
But the problem is, like tonight, because we're doing it this way, there's no
actual script, so we don't have to worry about.
Right, but the only problem with doing that is that there's I forget as we go along, we forget to do like the sponsor spot and cocktail of night and Tango Tech and stuff like that. That's the reason why I like that.
I know.
But I do I do agree with you, like knocking it down a little bit. So maybe it's just bullet points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I forget what I read like 20 minutes ago. So if I don't have it in front of me, I just sit there going, did you listen to the last episode? The one I did by myself?
Yes, yeah. Which
like a psychology professor. So in tonight's episode, we're going to be talking about surviving Christmas. And I was trying to like chuckle and stuff like that, but it's hard to do that by yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I got a few chuckles in there, but at the end I was just like, oh my goodness, I just sounded like my high school psychology professor. And I just thought it was like a lecture more than a show. But
it was so funny though. I laughed. I did.
You?
Yes. I was like, well, honestly, for what it was, you did okay. It's just,
thank you.
I feel like we both of us have been a little bit sick this year, and we haven't been able to. Like, I didn't have a voice for like 2 weeks.
Yep. And then, well, you can hear it in my voice still.
Yeah,
still stuffy,
yeah.
But not near like I was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Just out of it. But it doesn't help with this, upstate New York weather.
I know.
We got
so miserable.
Over a foot last week, beginning of the week.
Yeah.
And now we're supposed to get like another 7 inches overnight, by tomorrow. So
I know.
I'm done.
We've literally had snow going on since Friday.
Yeah.
Friday night. Not that you mind it, but
it's the wind that I don't like. Because
it
was so cold in our living room last night because our whole living room faces into the wind. And you can hear it like doing that, like.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, here we go, And that was just so cold. But yeah, I'm done with it. I'm done. But I was actually going to go outside. I was going to text Jay and say, hey, you want to have a fire? Because I didn't realize the actual weather outside. I just saw the snow coming down nice and like Christmas-like. And I was like, oh, it'd be perfect. Well, get all that wood burnt up. So then I asked Alexa, I was like, Alexa, what's the temperature outside? The current temperature is 12 degrees with a high of 15. And I was like, yeah, maybe not.
And the wind is blowing like 600 miles an hour.
I know. That was what Steven said. Did you go out there in the wind? And I didn't realize how windy it was, so I came out here to get everything set up for the show. Like, yeah, it's windy out there.
It's very
glad I didn't go out there and try to start a fire. It would have been over in the Mosier's yard. Anyways, back on track as something shiny. I'm just like,
I know, but this is what we do.
We do.
So yeah, I remember this first episode was the pets, and well, we talked about pets being like part of our family, and then we were like, we were talking about the different things that we do with them. Do we put them in outfits?
And and it's funny that was our first episode because Jay came down last night to make sure that we could get the ball on the TV, and he brought Muggsy down. And he had his little vest on, and he just could not settle down. He was just kept licking the floor, and was like, you might not want to be licking off this floor, okay? It used to be a horse barn.
He's fine. He's
totally right. He was good. He was pretty good. He wanted to make himself at home on the couches. Like,
no,
not. You just came in from outside. Maybe not on the couch. So I brought out one of the seat cushions. And so lay down.
Yeah. Did he? Was he a good boy?
Oh yeah, he was good. But it's a new environment, so he's just like looking all over the place. He kept going over the door, like, what's going on out there?
Yeah. Well, he was such a baby when I started bringing him down, because I did a couple shows with him here. Mm-hmm. Remember, he was just so tiny, big stuff, so tiny. Now, he's a big boy.
But yeah, I remember that episode. That was a fun episode.
Yeah, I think so.
Like you said, we talked about a lot of people. I think most people, like we probably talked about, was considered their pets family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I know it's heartbreaking. When we lost a cat a couple of years ago. And I didn't think I would be that upset over a cat. I was crying like a schoolgirl.
Yeah. I mean, they're our family. They're our babies.
And especially when you have them for years, and I mean, Steven had Willow since she was a kitten. 15 years. It's a long time to have a cat. And now Saba's going on 21 years old. And I'm getting close to let's start making a box.
Don't you say that about her. I love Saba.
I love her too, but getting pretty tired of having to use a flashlight as a surveillance device before you walk to the kitchen in the morning. It is what it is. You know what I mean? She still purrs. She still loves Steven. Tolerates me.
I'm sure she loves you too.
Yeah, like a wart on society's ass.
She does. Oh my goodness.
Actually, that was our episode 2. I don't know what our episode 1 was.
Well, I think we just kind of were. Episode 1 really didn't have Like we really didn't have
It was just kind of like our.
We were just talking.
Yeah.
Like we didn't really have a. We had no idea. We were just breaking into it. If
Yeah,
you remember,
yeah.
we were just kind of.
And then we decided like let's
let's
title
just make
them so
it.
that we,
Yeah,
you know,
and let's just
have
make
theme.
this one the first one. I was like, okay.
And then from there we went on to we had our episode 3 was our first guest,
Yep.
which was my son Austen James, and we talked about his book E29.
That's right.
That was our first remote one too.
Yes.
Because
yep.
he's in Baltimore, so that was our first like through the phone recording, and it turned out great. It was so much easier than I thought it would be. You know, so
Yeah.
It was interesting. That was a fun episode.
And that was a good episode because I actually got to just hear you and your son kind of go through everything because I was in Arizona at the time.
Oh yes, that's right too.
So that that was the first time you were running the
show. Wow.
We were 3 episodes in and you were doing it alone.
I think that's why I decided to do it with him because I knew we could have a conversation.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it hard. You know, when you're just by yourself, no guest or your lovely self next to me to keep me in line.
Maybe you just gotta like when you do an episode or I do an episode without you, I'll just be like, oh yeah, today's episode's about, whatever. And then I'll be like, I'll say my thing and I'll be like, don't you think so, Tango? And then I'll be like, well, this is and I'll come at it from your angle.
Well, you know what? And now that I think about it, there's no reason why we couldn't, like, if we weren't feeling good enough to like come in to the quote unquote studio.
Yeah.
Which it's gotten much better since day one.
Has.
I always tell people, like, when they start listening to the shows, like, if you can make it past like the first 3, maybe 4 episodes, it's so much better. You know what I mean? We upgraded the equipment right away. We had the double monitors here, and we still have them, but I got to figure out how to get that one hooked up. But and now we got the boom arms now, and so we've improved a lot. We moved away from being under the furnace.
Yes, yeah.
Which
I think that was a big
mistake.
That was a big thing. Yeah. But what else did we do? Then we did karaoke.
I thought that was a fun episode.
That was fun. Well, because we love that so much. We love karaoke.
Yeah, it's actually a big part of this whole bar or setup that we have down here. You know what I mean? So, and I was thinking when we finally open up our own place, it would be fun to have just for stress release. You know what I mean? Have like a little karaoke station set up in the corner. You know what I mean? So you just go over and bow out a tune and go back to work.
Yeah, and we can even ask our customers that. Would you like to sing a little ditty?
Oh, could you imagine? Like, you do a duet with me, I'll take 10% off your order.
Oh my God, that would be so fun. Oh my God,
that would be hysterical. I've already been told by Kimber though that what did she say? Something about she said something like if you plan on getting me and Brian up on there. You better. I don't know. I forgot what she said, but I was like, you guys can't be that bad,
Everybody can sing a little bit.
Yeah.
We're not. None of us are pros by any. Well, Steven is.
Yeah, he is. So is my son Z.
You know what? I wasn't able to hear him that day because he was going to sing again, and I left because it was after the show.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh darn it, I missed it again.
No, he surprised the hell out of me because I was like, oh, okay, I didn't realize, but yeah, he can belt out some tunes really, really well.
Well, that's good though, because he does that. That's part of his. We talked about that too. That was one of our shows.
Yep. Let's see. So So in that episode, we talked about your Arizona trip, which you already mentioned.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be our retirement place, and it got squashed.
Why?
Because didn't you guys say, well, we'd have to buy a whole new land?
Oh,
we
yeah.
Didn't want to be in that situation.
Yeah.
And then episode 5, we talked about work ethic, which I thought that was a good one too.
Yep, that was good.
You know what I mean? Because I'm surprised we didn't get a lot of people like
yelling at us.
Well, only because I have very strong opinions about what businesses are forced to pay for employees. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just have you know, somebody eventually is going to yell at me, but I mentioned it the other day, and I got some dirty looks, but I just don't think it's fair that businesses are forced to pay people to be out for 5 to 8 weeks for a child, and I can
Oh,
see you kind of
yeah.
looking at me like, what are you going to say? Well, only because I mean, I get it. I suppose if I was on the other side, I would I'd be very appreciative of it. But from the business point of view, it's like we got to hold your job and pay you. And I didn't make, I wasn't part of making the kid.
Oh my God, Tango. What? Oh boy.
But you know what I mean?
Oh, I do and I don't because I I understand where you're coming from as this one-sided view, but the other side of the coin is it's not all coming from just the business. Like that is something that the employee does pay into, for a portion of that. So it's not like it's totally 100% coming out of your
I know, but
pocket.
you still have an employee who's out 8 weeks that you got to hold their
Right.
job for. You know what I mean?
Well,
And hopefully,
what are people supposed to do? Like, you're not supposed to. You're just supposed to be like, okay, I'm just gonna come work for
have your
you.
kid on your time.
Yeah, I guess that can happen. Oh my gosh. Well, I understand the dirty looks for sure.
It's like I didn't stick it in you. Why am I paying for it?
Oh my gosh. I can't even look at you right
I
now.
know, I know. That's the look I get from everybody. It's a hard subject to talk about.
Oh my god. Well,
Because
I'll tell you though. I mean that
I mean, think about it. Like, okay, say like in 6 months we hire somebody, and then they get pregnant and they want to be out for the 8 weeks.
mhm.
Now being small business, that's going to be tough for us to swallow.
Well,
I
you
mean, and
find
if she did
ways to.
swallow, maybe if she had swallowed in the beginning, we wouldn't have
Oh
the
my
issue.
goodness. I can't even.
I know. I'm getting way too far off. I think this eggnog cocktail that I'm drinking is stronger than I think it is.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, we'll move on from that.
Yeah, but the work ethics one it actually was a good discussion because you didn't delve into it that much,
Right,
but
right.
you expressed your opinions from
But
the point
yeah,
of view of a business owner, and we were both business owners
yeah,
prior to that,
yeah.
and then we've also worked for other people, so we were able to share some of those,
Right.
different
It,
views on.
it is it is it's difficult sometimes talking to people because
Yeah.
it there are, I think, in just about everything you could find the business side of it and the either the consumer or employee side of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I have to look at it from the business side. You know what I mean?
Right.
If we want to survive,
Yep.
so it, and you obviously don't voice those opinions at work and stuff like that. But in my head, those are the things I think of. It's just like when employees want um, wage increases, which is from both sides. It's expected. I mean, if you've got a
Yeah.
good employee, then you want to
You
keep
gotta
them.
find a
You
way
will
to.
have to
Yeah. Yeah.
promote that. You know what I mean? But most people don't understand that. Like, if I give you $5 more an hour, it's like $15 for us. You know what I mean?
Right.
By the time we add in the
Well,
taxes and everything else.
but
So,
see, that's the thing. Like, they don't have to think about it that way because as an employee, you don't have to think about that.
True. True.
You're
But-
working for somebody to.
But I mean,
you know.
Sometimes we actually have to do that explanation. When they don't get what they were expecting,
Originally.
and then we have to
yeah.
say like, we would love to give you more, but you have to understand for every dollar we pay you, it's
Mhm.
$1.50 for us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just so it's not that we don't want to, but it's more expensive than you think it is.
Right.
So, but yeah, that was a good episode.
And then we always have the Tango Tech, which I really like that. We did talk more. That was a full episode we did on the Tango Tech. Remember, we were talking about all the different.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
I forgot
yeah,
there
yeah.
was a full
Yep.
episode on that. That was, what was that? That was, must have been
I think it was
episode
7 or something.
Oh yeah, East. Yeah, that was, we 6 must have been really shitty because I just skipped right through that one.
Well, didn't we miss one? Remember when
Oh, we might have.
when we didn't miss it. We were talking, but it didn't record.
That's happened like 3 times.
I know. Which I think is pretty funny when you
It's
think
funny
about
now. It wasn't funny
it.
when it
Wasn't
happened it was
because
just like,
some of them were so good, like of the episodes we were doing, and we're like, okay, let's just play a little clip back to make sure it's there, and then we were like, oh.
I remember that one time we were both like, "Do we do it over again, or we just say screw it?"
Which I think it's really fun to talk about this now, honestly, because we can laugh at ourselves.
We can
about it, because it's all a learning experience.
It really
right?
is. But I remember I know we were both pissed. You know what I mean? It's like, are you kidding me? That was like the best episode yet, and we didn't even record. Then we got paranoid. Remember, we were just like, "Is that red?" Because
the red light.
We even recorded it because it's like that red line moving because I don't want to keep talking if it's not moving. That's when we used to do the recording.
Yeah, right.
And I think that
yeah.
I'm sure at some point as we go along here, it'll say when we started doing live shows. I just think the live shows are 10 times easier, other than I want to program into this little thing here our opening and closing song because that's the only thing we keep missing all the time.
Oh.
Shows, you know what I mean? I mean, we get a little like, what we get?
Yay.
And then we got. We'll be right back. I think there's one more.
Oh, we only got like 4. That's isn't that it?
That's not it.
Oh, it sounds kind of like it.
It does a little bit, and I think I've used it a couple of times.
Oh, okay.
It's the only thing close enough, but it's got that chip in there that you can record a dozen different things on there. So I think I'll put our theme song on there.
Oh, that'll be
program
fun.
it into the button, so hit that button. Well, I'll forget to do that too.
We're really going to get so much better at this. It's going to be so elaborate. We're not even going to know. We're going to sit here again and we'll be like, remember when we first started and we couldn't even like.
Well, what's in the next?
I know.
I mean, in real. So we're up to 950 downloads right now.
Yeah,
and
that's awesome.
We've only done this 29 times. So I mean, that to me is pretty.
Yeah.
I even told Jay last night. He's like, seriously? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you got to put it in. Yeah, it's been since April, so it's a long time. But we've only been on air 29 times.
Yeah.
We're up to 950 people. Now, if we can just get some of those people to throw a little cash our way, that'd be awesome.
Oh, goodness.
All right, so that was our episode 7 where we first did our Tango Tech episode, and it was all Tango Tech.
Yeah, that was really cool.
It became
that was a learning. It was a learning experience for me overall because I'm not like Tango Tech at all. I don't know anything when it comes to stuff like that. I really don't.
I find it very difficult to read manuals.
Yeah.
I'm a learn by do type of person, and I like that printer upstairs. I learned it by doing, and I got stuck a couple times. I reach out to the customer support. It's like, okay, I'm trying to do this, it's just not doing it.
Yeah.
But I have to see it in motion.
Yep. So. Well, I can understand that. I do that though too. Like when I learn different things, I actually have to be doing it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like technical stuff, that's why I always say to you, I'm like, I don't know what this means. Wait, what does this mean?
It means don't touch it.
It means don't do that. Don't push that button.
No, not that. Don't do that. Stop.
I'm like, okay. What else did we do? We did some. Oh yeah, remember this one?
I think this was our best episode. One of the best, anyways.
Oh yes, I see. I'm skipping over one, but this one was the Breaking the Silence episode. Yep. This was the one where we had Marion come in, who is a former Marine, and she just had a wonderful presentation. I feel like it really. Well, of course, it hit home with us because, of course, with me and you.
Military spouse, and we're military
friends.
You know,
Yep.
so
Yep. So, but her presentation was just amazing, and she brought a lot of really great things to light. I thought so.
she really did. She did exactly what I think we wanted. Was she just took over the show?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we asked her questions, and she had them.
Yeah.
All right there, and she kept saying, "It's like, oh, I'm not very organized." I thought she was pretty
I was
organized.
like, really?
Because she had information,
yeah.
and she got installed as the I don't know what they call it, for the post up in
Right.
Manhattan.
Yes.
So
Yep.
she got installed there as the I don't know if it's captain or whatever. I apologize if somebody knows, but I forgot what the position's called.
There's a lot of different positions up there. Like there's a commander. There's like
It might be that. And it was funny because we did the plaque for her,
yeah.
and I happened to see it. I happened to walk by the computer and I saw her name up on it. I was like, "What is that?" And then I was like, "Oh my goodness! I went to school with her. She was on our show."
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
but such a wonderful person, and if you're listening, Marion, I can't wait to have you back. I hope that you'll have some time to come back and talk with us again.
Well, she said, if you want me back on, just let me know. So I think we'll have to reach out. Maybe Memorial Day or something.
Yeah,
and have her come back and do maybe, something maybe lighthearted on the military front. Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
It was a really, really great show.
And to be quite honest with you, that episode, and I know we were only 8 episodes in when we did that one, but I really felt like when we were doing that our show was actually something. It wasn't just something me and you were doing as friends, just like in the garage. You know what I mean? Like an old garage band.
Drinking cocktails and making fun of people.
Yeah, we were actually doing something.
Yeah, we were actually. So lost for words sometimes. Contributing to the community.
Yeah.
Something valuable. That's why I think this PodMatch thing is going to help. I'm still trying to tweak out the because you can put in keywords that you want to be associated with.
Yeah.
And they've got the scale at the bottom. So as you put keywords in there, it tells you where you fall in there. And I can't find the right keywords to get us out of being a niche thing.
Gotcha.
So you go from being a niche to being too broad. You got too many. They got these bars. You want to be somewhere in that middle.
In the middle, yeah.
So before you got here, I was here for like an hour. Okay, delete that keyword, put another one in, and then they would go either drop all the way to the end, or just inch like a little fraction, and we're not inside the bracket yet. Like, what keywords can I put in there?
Right.
Tried doing gardening. I put gardening in there, and we fell right off the freaking charts. It's like, okay, well, that's wrong.
Yeah.
So, and we want it to pertain to what we want to talk about.
Right.
So what we did I put military family in there, and that brought it up. So that was a good keyword to put in there. So we'll just have to think of some better keywords. But I think having these other people come in, the one thing I did remove was I forgot what it was, like survivors or something like that.
Oh,
I don't want to get caught into that niche of being all we talk about is suicide prevention. Not that it's not an important topic, and we'll certainly definitely hit that topic up in November, which I think is Suicide Prevention Month.
Yep.
But I don't want to be known for just doing that every month. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm trying to be very careful with. I just screened like 11 people off the PodMatch. I'm like, no. And there was like 3 that was like, oh, you would be interesting to have on the show.
Right.
But, trying to watch that. I don't want to. So that's what I was doing this afternoon, was like deleting these keywords. And keywords in there. So you'll have to help me out at some point because I can't figure out.
And I really do think that, like, everybody, when it comes to podcasting, and we keep saying, like, what's our niche? Well, our niche is just, that's life,
Right.
We're literally everything and anything that normal everyday
people
people
down
experience.
To like I said, I don't want to be known for just doing, survivor stories.
Right.
And I don't want to
Right. We really want to be, people to listen to us, to get, maybe information about different things, or, just to have a good time overall. Really just carefree kind of listening.
And I think that's what we said at the beginning. It's, one of our things that we said was that, we our goal is, make you smile every episode. And it's not going to be every episode because we want to bring in those serious moments
Mhm.
too because they're important.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
maybe we scheme it for next season, and maybe once a month it's something important. You know what I mean?
Right,
And then
right.
the rest of them can be our we want to you know we want to be like your sunshine in the morning or whatever.
Right,
Whenever you're listening to
exactly.
us, maybe we want you to smile. You know what I mean? Because we enjoy doing this, and we certainly laugh a lot.
Yeah.
So we hope that maybe we'll make other people laugh. You know what I mean? I think laughter's great. So
Yeah,
why not spread it around a little bit?
definitely.
But bounce back. So here's our episode 6.
Oh, okay. That's what episode 6 was?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So it was
Mm-hmm.
our dream segment that we did, which was fun.
That was fun, and I think it was very interesting to
Yeah.
discuss, what dreams mean and their and how that they can reflect into the real world.
Mhm.
What you're dreaming about. So yeah, I thought that was a fun episode. Well, this thing's just jumping all over the place, isn't it? Now we're up to episode 15. I thought we were going to do them in order, but
yeah.
I guess not. So that's okay. So that just makes it fun. So episode 15, which was that was my solo one.
Yeah,
that was the opening for yeah. So that was my episode. I'm sure there was more that I talked about on there, but it was the introduction to the other podcast, looking at and growing up gay and Irish and forgotten.
Mhm.
And I know my sister's dying for another episode. I have to admit, I'm finding it really hard to just sit down, even by myself, and just talk about some of these things. You know what I mean? I've got things
Yeah.
in my head that I want to say. I just don't know how to say them. And so I don't know. I'm gonna have to call my therapist up and say, "Listen, can I bring in my phone and do a podcast with you while we talk about my psyche?" But yeah, so that was the opening for the whole story of growing up in a small town in upstate New York, and thinking I was the only gay person in high school, finding out years later that I was like one of like 7.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it'll get there. You know what I mean? I just got to find the courage to sit down, and I just find it weird to just talk to myself. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm already fruity enough. I don't, sitting out here in the bar
Oh,
talking to myself.
goodness.
You know what I mean? Just makes me feel a little bit more like woo.
Well, just pretend that I'm sitting here with you, and you're just like, what would I
I have to-
ask you?
I have to make a little like little prop of you. Take a photo of you and just sit you up.
So Angela would ask me a question just like this.
Oh, look at so we do have one comment here from the employee. We think if you can't afford to pay the people that work for you, maybe not have employees.
Oh,
Well, see, from the employee side, that's an easy thing to say. But and I know you're sitting there shaking your head and rolling your eyes with probably a martini in your hand, but you really, it's hard to explain when you become a business owner. There, and me and Angela, have been in that role.
mhm.
There's there's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes than probably 95% of employees understand. You know what I mean? There's business taxes, sales taxes, and employee taxes. We have to contribute the same amount of money that you contribute, plus we have additional taxes on top of that we have to contribute to. So I'm not trying to be a dick. I was just kind of it was probably the worst scenario to use, but I kind of do feel that way. I just feel that it's not fair. It feels like it's punishing the business owner because somebody wanted to have a baby. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but maybe there's something maybe there's a I don't know how you balance that out in a business person's head. Again, back to like when we were talking, giving pay increases. I guess you can count that in as like, if you've got a good employee that you want to keep, then obviously that's something you do. If you've got an employee that that you don't really care for, it's hard to swallow 8 weeks of paid leave.
Yeah, and I do understand what you're saying with some things, but one of the other things to remember too is with small business, it's kind of a privilege to have employees working for us if we can do it. Because no,
I'm waiting for the privilege part.
well, it is. If you really think about it, it will be because otherwise a small business is just run by you.
True. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So so here's the deal. It's like there's two of us working. I'm sick, you're going on vacation, and okay, so the doors are going to be closed, because we're not working.
You do realize there's no paid sick leave, right?
Oh my god. Tango, you're going to get a knuckle sandwich. So it is. So like if you're to a point where you're making such progress and you actually need more people to fulfill orders and do different things, like you need somebody to help you out with the workload, so that person, even if it's one more person, like they're going to, we hope that we bring somebody in who kind of shares our same views with things, so to me that's a privilege to us to be able to.
So we'll just hire all men.
Oh my goodness. You are seriously going to get a knuckle sandwich. Okay, moving
Not that
on.
that's any better though, because they do have.
Yeah, men can leave.
Yeah.
Men can have paid
so
leave or stuff like that too. So I mean, you got to think of it from two sides. There's pros and cons to everything.
Oh, absolutely.
So
it's just, again, that was an episode that I just, voicing my feelings
opinion.
of it.
Yep.
Yep. And just being a small business owner. It's hard enough and it's expensive enough, and
yeah.
actually now we're last year we're LLC now,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to have to pay to have all that rewritten once we
Mm-hmm.
get into business. Because you're going to be 10%.
Oh my goodness.
And so.
If you can only see
I don't
want
to get the bank bill anymore because she's gonna lock me in the vault and then walk away. She's like, "You got an air vent, you'll be fine. I'll see you Friday or see you Monday." But it's expensive. It's so expensive. Look how hard it's been for us just to find a building.
Yeah.
It's so expensive to be in small business, and probably any business, especially in New York State. You just get nailed so much. So to have and again, being a small business, if we've got one employee and they have to be out for 8 weeks, that's a huge detriment to us. That's going to be.
Yeah, but again, you're still a small business. We're not operating at the capacity of a huge,
But no, that's what I mean.
Corporation. So you're going to have to you would have to work with those kind of things.
No. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But being small and only having one employee, that's you're losing 33% of your workforce. If that one person goes out for a pregnancy. And again, I'm not knocking the whole pregnancy thing. It's just it's one of the big ones because of the amount of time and
Right.
the money and stuff
Right.
involved in it. Other than workers' comp, but that's a whole other ball game. But for a small business of just say 3, even if it was 4, one person going out for 8 weeks is 25% of your workforce.
Yep.
It has to be made up by the others. That's my real concern on that whole thing right there. So does that make you happy, sis? Are you still listening, or are you laying on the couch passed out now? Is Corey around? Put Corey on. He'll agree with me.
These were some of the fun ones. The next ones we're going to talk about. Remember when we did the spooky season? We started talking about, um, well, we did a couple things. We did AI in everyday life, which
Mm-hmm.
was kind of spooky in
Well,
general.
yeah, because especially now because it's advancing faster than I thought it would.
Yeah.
Like beginning of the year, I mean, you could ask it some simple things. I've actually have asked it to write whole code for my website. It's written the whole thing right out,
Hmm.
and then it says, just replace this and this with your actual information. It's like, crap, what I
Yeah.
mean? And people are doing that now. Our my brother-in-law was just up here for the holidays, and he does a lot of that programming stuff. He's like, we're to the point now where a lot of the stuff that we get done that so fast is a part of it's done with AI. What I mean? It knows all this, it knows what the language is, and it knows how to format it and put it together in just seconds. So it's crazy right now.
Yeah. And it's in everything anymore. It's not just,
Oh
you
yeah,
know, like it, some of the things we kind of brought up in that was like Chat GPT and what's the other one that used Copilot, right? That's one that
Copilot, Gemini. I've been using
Gemini.
Gemini a lot now because now that I switched everything over to Google Workspace,
Yep.
there it has Gemini run. But it's funny because my brother's been a huge Android fan for decades, right? He cannot stand Apple products
Apple.
at all.
Hmm.
So he was putting something into his phone. I'm like, oh, you're using Gemini? He goes, no, I can't stand Gemini. I'm using Copilot. I'm like, Copilot is a Windows app. You realize that, right? But he loves Copilot more than he likes Gemini.
Okay.
So it's all preference. What I mean?
Yeah, but like, and the only reason why I'm bringing this up is I just got a new phone. It was actually it's not set up or anything yet, but I just got it. It just got delivered today. It's a brand new iPhone, the 17, and it's got
Sexy.
AI. Yeah, and it's got AI in it already.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm like, well, that's amazing.
It's
So,
amazing. It's funny
but
because,
it's scary too,
well,
because does your phone listen to you? Does it?
see, that's
Yeah.
you have to wonder about that kind of stuff nowadays, and
Hmm.
yeah, because they use Apple Intelligence that's built into the phone now.
Into the phone, yeah.
And I was joking around the other day. I had 4 different email apps on my phone because I couldn't decide which one I liked. I liked Apple's built-in mail app because it's got rid of the top summarize, AI summarize. So if you have like a string of emails, like a conversation, you can
Yeah.
hit the summarize button and it'll just bullet list the whole thing for you. Which I love bullet lists because my attention span. People start talking to me about things too much in detail, and I'm just like, you might as well just be a doe in headlights, It just freaking my eyes glaze right over. I'm always like, give me the bullet list. I
Oh,
don't need all
now
the
I get
chatting in
it.
between. I just need to know, what I mean? I don't need to know that, oh, it was cloudy out there. No, what are we talking about here?
Now I get it. When I tell
See?
you a story, sometimes you're just sitting there looking at me like, what is she talking
No,
about?
that's just you. But no, seriously, though, I'm such a bullet list person because it's just, I can't concentrate long enough.
What are you,
Do, do
3?
you know how
Are you 3 years
mentally?
old,
Do you know
Tango?
how hard it was for me in school because like teachers would start talking, and I would just drone right out because I really can't like reading books. I could read an entire book and not, and you could ask me a question about it right afterward. I wouldn't be able to tell you a single thing because I'm reading the words, but
But not comprehending
I'm not,
what.
yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
really paying attention to the words. You know what I mean? So the only book that I ever did um, enjoy, and I can still give you like the synopsis of it, was Z for Zachariah. And I don't know if you ever heard of it or read it, but it was a book we had to read in middle school, I believe. And it's all about nuclear war and how some valleys formed like a bubble, and there was this girl in a farm and her own little pond, so she was living there, and like one day the dog came home and it's all burnt on one side because it walked along the edge of the bubble, but then this guy just shows up and he's in like this spacesuit type thing, and that's the premise of like him arriving and then the two of them trying to figure out what to do. But that was like the premise of the book, and that was probably the only book I ever read from beginning to end, other than maybe a couple of like porn books. But that's another story.
I was waiting.
And that was just for the pictures.
I knew it was coming.
I could tell you were waiting for the punchline on that one. But no, I really can't. I really have a hard time. That's why I don't read instructions to put things together. Stephen breaks my balls all the time. Because I get like paragraph 3 in, and I'm like, what was paragraph 1 about?
Yeah.
And I have to go back and read it like 9 times. That's what I'm always like, is it just a picture? Just show me what it looks like when it's done, and I'll figure it out. It's much easier for me.
I've got these 6 bars and 17,000 nuts and screws, but it's okay. It's all good.
You'd be surprised how many times I do that. I just open everything up, pour it in a pile, and yeah, that looks like it fits there. There's always a couple left over for some reason at the end, though. It always seems to work.
Oh my goodness.
All right, back to our segment here: text, myths, and peeves.
Oh my goodness. What did we do?
We just got to talk about the AI.
Yep. And then we did the ghost glitches and gut feelings. Yep.
We did that one too.
Yeah.
That looks like it's a link. Like if I click down it, would open the episode.
Don't do that. Don't do that because we might get hung up in something.
I know. We'll be somewhere else.
Everybody else will be like, everybody listening, they'll be like, what happened to them?
Are they coming back? What's going on?
That's funny. Our pet peeves one, that was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
We had a fun time with that.
Yep. Then we had Upstate New York myths for our month-long Halloween.
Yeah, the month of October.
Yep, that was a good one. I thought that one was fun.
Oh, the surviving the apocalypse. Yep. Oh my gosh, we had a great time. I know. I thought we had a great time.
That was a fun one. That was like a free fall one. You know what I mean? You could just say anything because who knows what everything's gonna be like. You know what I mean?
Well, so I did. I totally know. I totally know what I'm gonna be like.
I tell Steven all the time because sometimes he can be a little bit of a fussy eater, especially like on like chicken and meats and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I'm always like, you're not gonna survive the apocalypse. Because I'm telling you right now, I will eat somebody's arm off to survive.
Oh no.
So that was I thought October was a fun month.
It was a fun month.
Because we did that one. It doesn't show up on it, but we did that one episode that was the true stories along Route 20.
Oh right,
I thought that was a fun one because a lot of that. Because you were telling me, what was that one you were telling me? The one that's local.
Oh yeah, Eva Koo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Eva who?
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to go look it up. I think I looked it up during the episode.
Yeah.
I was like, who is she? It's like, oh my goodness, she's creepy looking.
Yeah, we had some fun. Well, I think we had the best time in October only because October is like our month.
Yeah.
Like we just really enjoy, the whole Halloween.
It's going to be hard to outdo it next year.
Well, who knows? We might come up with something fun and creative. You don't know.
So then of course, we start moving into the holidays.
Right, the more recent episodes that we did.
We did the Thankful and Full, which was episode 26, and that was great dish debates of Thanksgiving, whether you like the cranberry sauce or you like real cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
And it's funny because even at Christmas we had 2 different types of cranberry sauce.
Oh, did you?
We had the canned stuff, and then we had the real.
That Steven makes. Yeah.
I don't think Steven made it this time, though. I think it was just
he just got the berries.
The real cranberry out of the can, but I still like that one better than
the Jell-O mold.
I don't really mind the other one. I grew up on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'll eat it. You know what I mean?
I don't think it tastes bad.
No.
I mean, it definitely tastes. It's good, but it's just like you can't get past that.
Well, I got spoiled because Steven started making it homemade, and to me, it's just so much more tastier.
Yeah.
And so now every time I think of like growing up with the canned cranberry sauce, and that sound, you open it up and it's like you open the one end up and it's just a solid like shield of cranberry across there. And you got to open up the other end so it'll come out and it just goes. And like,
And it looks just like the can, even with the
ridges
seam.
and everything. It's got the seam mark on it, the ridges and everything.
Yeah, that's
Yum.
what I'm talking about. But we could get a laugh out of it for sure.
But again, I think we talked about in that episode how it's one of those things where it's just nostalgic.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all, well, people our generation and within grew up with that. That's what you had. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing too. Like, I feel like we didn't have a lot of choices with stuff growing up like that. Like,
well, no, because we were told eat what's on your plate or go hungry.
That's right. Yeah, like we didn't. I don't think anybody ever actually did make anything with real cranberries.
No,
If they did,
I don't think so.
I don't think I ever saw that.
I don't think I ever saw it until Steven made it one year, and I was like, "What are you making? He's like, making homemade cranberry sauce." What? And then I was watching it, and I was like, "I don't like that." You know what I mean? He's like, "Try it, try it." And then I tried it, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's so good!" It's got the orange in there, and it's just
yummy.
So you know what? I want to try. I wonder how that would be like vodka cranberry.
I don't see why not.
It's
It's got the
nice
sweet. It's got the sweet, the sour, because it's got oranges in it. Yeah.
I just want some right now.
Oh my goodness.
And then episode 28.
That was the one that you.
That was one.
Yeah.
That you made me do all by myself.
I'm sorry. I had to. I didn't even have a voice. I couldn't even. I was so sick that
You could
day.
come down and cackled on your microphone.
Yeah, that's how it would have sounded too. Because even last weekend when we were here and I was talking, nobody could even hear what I was saying. They were like, "What are you saying?"
I think I was still like that on Thanksgiving Day, and
Were
after
ya?
talking with people,
Yeah.
all day, by the end it was just like.
I know. It's awful.
We all start to sound like Boris Karloff by the end of the day. Slice that baby up. Thanks for keeping us entertained, Karen. But you have to agree, right? You grew up with the same thing. I mean, the slice, you pass it around, the slice of Jello cranberry, cranberry Jello, whatever you want to call it. But again, like you said, it doesn't taste horrible. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah, she still eats it.
Ew. No, I'm kidding. Well, again, I don't think it tastes bad, but if I'm given the option between that and the homemade stuff, I'm always going to choose homemade stuff.
Homemade,
So,
yeah.
but if the canned stuff is there, I don't mind eating it. It still tastes good.
Yeah.
It's just not as good as homemade.
Oh my goodness.
So episode 28, we did the Christmas price explosion, and we discussed the psychological toll of the holidays and their tips, and how to survive it without going crazy or breaking the bank. And that was the episode where I sounded like a psychology professor. Today we're going to talk about how to survive Christmas.
I bet you everybody was like taking notes. They were like, "Oh, we should take notes on this one."
He sounds like he knows what he's talking about. No. Don't ever quote us or use us for a source of information.
Yeah, don't ever do that. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I think this was a fun episode. It was fun to go through, some of our past through the whole season 1.
Yeah.
And it's exciting for me to say, next week, right? Isn't it next week we start season 2?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it just seems so awesome to me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
next week is season 2, so I'm excited to see what season 2 brings and what changes we
We're
bring
gonna
into
make.
the show.
Yep. Yeah.
how much it grows, and hopefully.
I'm excited about having the guests. Like this
Yeah.
is going to be, I feel like that's going to really be fun.
I'm going to resend you that login so you can look at the guests too,
Okay.
because I want you to be able to look at them too and say like, I don't know if that's really a match or not. That's what I'm trying to do now. It's like we had a lot. Within 10 minutes of signing up, we had 11 people want to be on the show. And what I like is part of the interviewing thing is that they have to sign off that they've listened to at least one episode. So that's a plus because they have to listen to us to make sure that it's a fit.
They want to be,
right.
and be part of what we do.
And we can even go one step further. It's a checkbox that we have to check off where we do a pre-interview. So we get to chat with them before we schedule them to make sure that our personalities get along, that it's a good topic, and the other thing is they suggest they've got their own questions already in there. These are great questions that we can talk about, and here's some great titles that you can use, and so I think it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out next year.
Yeah. So. I'm actually looking forward to it. That'll be a good, a good addition, I would say too.
And I don't think we have to do it every week.
No,
but if we get two a month,
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
I mean, even one a month would be awesome.
And we've even talked about getting, some of our area, our friends and,
local businesses,
that own local businesses,
but
because
even local
friends
government
that are,
people,
yeah.
I mean, and officials and stuff like that to talk about what's going on locally. And, maybe that's a new segment we're doing in next year. Is we got Tango Tech, we got the cocktail, which tonight was a
eggnog.
Premix, right?
Yep.
It was a premixed eggnog with a little hint of rum in it.
Nice.
And but yeah, maybe that's something we add, to our segments. So we'll have that. Hopefully, we'll get more sponsors next year, and we'll build out our format from that. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can. Of course, you can always still call us.
Yeah, that line's still open.
And we can, and that just to refresh your memories here, it's 315-801-9655, and you can call us. Talk to us on there. You can leave a message. It's not really interactive, right? It's just.
It really not. I mean, it can be, but I think it would be too abrupt to the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's really more, leave a message. You can sort of you want. You can say you like the show, hate the show, or suggest a topic that you want to hear us talk about.
Yep.
But during the live show, if you're in if you're logged into the live website, there is a call-in function there, so you can call in there, and it just shows up in the show itself.
Right.
So then it's not so abrupt. And I keep forgetting that we got all these So there's a whole lot in there. I think. Oh, it's not in there, but I had it saved in there once before. But
but every time we turn a page or something, then it was like, oh, that was something else.
Yeah, I think so.
When you hear this sound, turn the page.
That was a slideshow thing where it's like, okay, this is really freaking annoying. Every time I hit the next script, it was like, dun, dun, dun. I was like, all right, kill the music, okay? But anyways, thank you for joining us tonight. We really appreciate all your support and love for throughout 2025. And we certainly look forward to you in 2026.
Mm-hmm. So until next time, I'm Angela.
And I'm Tango.
We'll see ya at the bar next year.
Yes, we will.